Okay, we're live. Hello, everybody. We're about to go into what we're doing, so. No, you could go, Meta. Yeah, so you guys snuck one. You have a sample for yourselves. Actually, his sample is still intact. He some reason had a chest burster in his chest. This is his fault. Yeah, we wanted it on stream, waiting like 5 seconds, then him repeating himself twice. So. No, I wanted it on stream, interrupting him to stop him for like 1 second so he can repeat himself. Then not repeat himself. He he literally just started talking, and I said, "Hold on for a second, I'm gonna start the stream." Anyway. Yeah, you missed an hour worth of session, my good sir. We did tell you. We just asked you to wait for like a few moments. Now you do know what you have to do, but we wanted to get. He's just upset he didn't get the information right away. you were going to hear right now, just a few seconds later. It's not like in real life. It's a game, man. Waiting extra few seconds of loading screen before the cutscene. It's not really, big deal. Yeah, we're about this. It's before we started. It's right. Yeah, because we wanted him to tell the audience as well. It's like saying Neff is about to be here in 5 seconds. You know what I mean? We wait with Neff to get here. Would you complain if that happened? Anyway, let's continue. So on board, you guys got what? 10 B2s, 10 B1s for combat, and the rest are operational droids and scientist droids. Go ahead. Since these things are space worthy, I don't think that'll be worth a damn. Okay, so you want to vent out the oxygen so everything gets sucked out. I just don't think you'll have enough. If you had enough explosive decompression to suck it out, you have to suck everybody out. That's how I see it. Especially when it crawled into like a service hatch or a vent, or it could just hang on to something. You got the movie Alien. Okay, go ahead, gas the fucker. That's the tactic. Yes, he has an anti-seal. Okay. Mystic here. Hey, medic. It's technically you have anesthesia, right? Like sleep gas, sleep stuff. The problem is you still have to find the sucker to make sure it's asleep. Yeah, you could. I guess you could detect what life signs are on the ship. Um. Actually, no, he's in his bed. No, he's in his bed, in his bunk. He was sleeping. Remember when we took him out? So is Neff. So they're in their beds. The front guns got, disabled, yeah. Tentacles, damaged them. And they try to grip the ship. And eat you. Or absorb you. Yeah. Basically, you got the Aliens movie scene. Go. Okay, so you got 2 ways up, my good sir. No, he has a flamethrower attachment, doesn't he? Oh, you never got it. Oh. You could probably ask E4. He probably have something. He can probably. Oh yeah, then go ahead. Start. You have to get to the engineering deck, and you can build one. Yeah, there should be tools down there to build one. Which is deck 1 is the engineering and storage deck. Yeah, you have to get down to the engineering deck first, but yeah. I don't see why. Why not? You can't, put together a flamethrower. Unless you want to fart for 7 days straight, worth a thing. Yeah, then totally. But you still have to make a pumping system. You still have to make an ignition system, and you have to make it controlled so you're not constantly spilling out. So you have to get to the engineering deck. Like, no, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying the equipment to make said flamethrower plus the ingredients are on the engineering deck, on deck 1. I'm saying, yes, you can. Go grab the proper equipment and build. I'm not saying no. I'm saying absolutely. Go ahead. But it's on deck 1. It's not like I'm saying no. You convinced me. You can make such thing. Okay. You do. So you're going to go up to the 2nd floor, to deck 3, right? The living quarters. Yes. Okay, so you head to deck 3, which is you go up this way, right? You pass a couple droids, you're on deck 3. Now on the living decks. You come up, you know what I mean? Gary is snoring like a sailor. Okay, he's soundly asleep. He's soundly asleep. I sleep in my equipment. Well, they needed the cockpit, the pilot, and so you were in the way, so they moved you. You weren't there for the session, so we moved you to the sleeping quarters. That's what it is. That's life. Fair enough. Yes, you can make a perception check. Boba Fett is there, so standing right next to this secure sample, noticing that it's intact and the body is there. So he's like, "Do your thing, medic. I'm doing my job." Get over it, boy. Get over it, boy. Back your things, believe it. Shoot the jab. Yeah, give me a second. I think I said it. Yes, you may roll. Is the rolling system not happening? I'm going to reset. Give me a second. I'm just going to reset the scripting. It only takes a second. It's not that big of a deal. Games. AP scripting right here. Reset. Okay. Reload the session and start again. Reload your, just hit, the spin button. Reload the page. That's it. And you may roll on my signal because I think it resetted my thing. You know what? I am going to alter this a bit. Because it does involve time to examine the body. I have altered the deal. Play, I do not alter it any further. I love that line. You may roll. Okay. That time comes from the red dice. Okay, so that the advantage comes to the red dice. You stand over the corpse, you look down, you take out your scalpel, and you start picking around his guts. And you notice that his suits failed in some places. When you examine the courses, and it looks like the blood was acidic. And when it penetrated his suit, it seeped into his poisonous skin and started mutating him on the cellular level. Hence the chest burster. Yes. On my signal, go. Okay, but it does take you some time. As you're looking through the corpse of the thing, you're examining it. You notice that all the electrical electrical cellular activity, every sense of it, has been drained. This thing feeds on electricity. Our scientists, the droid scientists, their lab is on lockdown at the moment, so yes, you can. He walks over, he hands it C4, he transfers the data to them. I'm like, okay, they got it. This thing feeds on electrical energy. The droids recommend trying to look further into the electric grid. It might be kind of hungry. The injured room is on the same deck as you, Mystic, by the way, where the hyperdrive is, and it is on deck too. Yeah. Okay, a couple 2B2s follow you. 2B1s, I mean, sorry. Sorry, it's like 2B1s, sorry, 2B2s, sorry. Dyslexia here, kicking in. You notice that there are B2s like guarding at certain doors, and they are guarding their stations when they're in secure stations. As you approach the engineering room, we're gonna hold it there and go to Mystic and Mac. I mean, yeah, Matt and Mac, yeah, you know what I mean, yeah, Curie and Mac. You know what I mean. Brain not working today. It's kind of funky. I got a script, so I'm good for story wise. Well, I know what's happening in this space. If anything comes up, I do have fuck up plans. Anyway, so you guys have two options. You can take the stairs, right? Or you can take the jet fuel tube at the end of the hall that goes straight down to the engineering deck. It goes down to the engineering deck and a thing. You just slide down the pipe. Next time we take the stairs. So you gotta go the slowest way. It's gonna take you a good minute going down the stairs and stuff. You gotta go down the corridor, go down, and then you're in the engineering deck. Anyway. The pipe. So you guys run down the hallway and you guys slide down the pipe. As you're sliding down the pipe, you hear a sparking sound. Like something is eating on the wires. And down below you, as you're sliding down, you see a sparks and electricity as a giant glowing mass of flesh is right there. With tentacles. Who slide down first? You're the one weighing 1,000 pounds. What the fuck, man? So, are you going to attempt to stop, or are you going to, Okay, you let go of the barring, and you put your arms out, and you just stop. As Kiri keeps sliding down past you. Well, you didn't see Hit coming, but Meta saw it coming because he was down. He was first. That's why I asked who was first. Now you see it, and you're surprised why he stopped. You're like, oh shit. Now I know why. But that explains it. Now for reaction time. Athletics, much good sir. Do you have enough reaction time? Yes, I want to ask if you have enough reaction time. You may roll for athletics. Okay, you have enough time to stop. You're like, oh shit. Are you activating your jetpack and flying back up, or? With the jetpack plumes hitting the creature at the last second, you're flying back up, and you fly back on Meta. The creature is unfazed by the flames, and tentacles start crawling up as it's trying to climb up after you. Meta, you notice Kiri fly back up. You're like, oh shit, it's coming after us! And get back on the ladder and start running up. You shooting disruptor rounds? Okay, since Meta's on the bottom again, I'm going to put an extra red on to hit it. You may shoot. It has acted. It moved towards you. Okay, you shoot your disruptor rifle as you're flying up, missing Meta by an inch and hitting it. It completely disintegrates one of the tentacles and immediately grows back as it's slowly just growing up the tube. It's not crawling; it's growing up the tube. Gary has jetpack. You have, mechanical arms. You're probably going to pass this. I want you to do an athletic check. I'm saying it's not being pulled. It's him trying to outpace the biomass. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm climbing. It's growing up the tube at a rapid pace. It's like the biomass is like a liquid, constantly growing and tentacles shooting out. Yeah. What? You can also just shoot at it too. See if you could damage it more. You are in a Jeffries tube too. That's what it is. You know Jeffers tube. It's a maintenance tube. Wires, connection points. Like, there's probably a couple of relays and plasma stuff you can do. So, where all the engineering stuff happens. It's where you can access the guts of the ship pretty easily. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Like, you could do an engineering check to see if you can come up with some type of MacGyver solution. There's all kinds of things you can do. You can fight it, you can run. But if you're running, athletics. If you're fighting, shoot. Or if you're engineering, MacGyvering, engineering. Just tell me what you're doing. Trying to MacGyver your way through something. Okay, Okay, go. Owie! No! It's like, no! Okay, you're panicking, so you... You're right, I did not. But I was going to keep it from the last session, since no one touched it whatsoever. It was 2 light, 1 dark. You can reroll 1 light, 1 of your dice, yes. But... like, the only way you're going to get out of this is with a triumph, my good sir. You were going down the command. You went down the commando route. Remember, like you spent XP. So commando is basically making you more tanky. That's what it does. So yeah, any athletics or resilience check, you get a boost die. That's the next action. You already rolled a mechanics check. Do you want to know what happens? Or do you want to try to go and gamble for a triumph, light side point? That's the only way I can see you get out of this. If you reroll a blank, it's the only way you can get out of it. I am not wrong. Do you want to take the shit? Oh, these disadvantages have to be... No, actually, they break down. The first 3 break down to remove 1, failure. Yeah, something, basically, it's what you do in your panic state, as I say, what happens. Because you're seeing this biomass happen after you, so you're just pulling wires. See what happens. And then we'll roll D100. On my random engineering chart. Most of it's bad because it's when it's my panic chart, basically. What happens when you do a panic chart. I have 3 tabs: engineering, firing, and piloting. There's a couple of these things, dude, that are actually good for you. That actually, you do like an accidental, awesomeness. And since you do have an advantage, I will decrease the penalty for each advantage by 10. So it'll be D100 minus 10. No, hold on. I have to roll it. I'm rolling it. 55. Engineering. You're so fucking lucky. Accidental mistake. You're pulling wires, coolant, and all that stuff, and you actually pull one of the coolant lines, and it actually had active coolant in it. And it starts dumping down like liquid hydrogen down into the goo, freezing it solid and stopping its advance temporarily. But an accidental mistake is just a mistake part. So basically, something good happens for that scenario, but has consequences for the whole area of the ship for engineering. Or the vehicle you're in, or whatever you're doing. The ship, so the ship would have to do a D100 on the crit list. A 45. What's a 45 on the, system damage on the ship? A 45 is... Our ship is in a tailspin! you pull one of the cord lines, you dump it all over it, and you feel the G-force, and it takes you straight out of hyperspace, because you guys are in hyperspace, and you're in a tailspin in an unknown region. Red lights are coming off. Also, since you're in a jet, you're still flying with a jetpack, and now we're in a tailspin, Mando. Athletics check, my good sir, on my signal. Yeah, you're right. Planetary piloting. You may roll your planetary piloting. Oh! Okay, this is how it's gonna work. You're flying around in this small tube, and the tailspin happens. Unfortunately, you hit the side of your jetpack. Your jetpack goes flying off into the thing. It's on the top of the thing, and it's unharmed. Okay? It's not damaged, not broken. It just popped off your back, went up to the top of the tube, and then you are now hanging by a thread on one of the ladders. I use that critical failure to make you unarmed with the jetpack. And the jetpack hit one of the closed door buttons on the tube. Now you're closed in. Until somebody opens the door on your side. You can open the door on your side, but right now it's closed. Okay. Okay. Anti-monster! Yes, the anti-monster! The greatest creation made by Ruin! Nothing can go wrong with the anti-monster! Best day ever! Thank God Neff is not with you. Right? Oh yeah, so what do you guys, so it's now Mystic's turn. Mystic, as you're approaching the engineering room, you start hearing, and you hear panicking of mech and down the jet waste tube you're at. You're like, and then you start seeing, and then tentacles start swarping out of the tube and make a lash at you. Well, it's growing on both ends. It's a two-way tube. You know, it's a tube, so there's two ends. Think of it like this ladder is basically still going up, but it also continues in the tube. Someone can just grab onto the ladder and continue it down or go up. But a tentacle is going to go, whoosh, right at Mystic. Oh yeah, as a reaction, yes, absolutely. But it's its turn. But yeah, so I'm just going to do a quick. Okay. Triumph and the failure cancel out. But it hits you. It does. What's your armor? 7? Then it does 3 to you. Yeah, then it does 3 to you. And you go flying back 5 feet. And you're on your ass. Actually, it would be like more this way, right? The B1s and B2s now open fire as a reaction and annihilate the tentacle. And then you start seeing what left the tentacle start to freeze over as liquid nitrogen is now pouring down the thing. And a tailspin happens. Knocking all now you have to make an athletics check. Mystic. Yep. Go. Hold on. Gotta reroll. Sorry. Forgot to remove my stuff. You gotta reroll. Yeah, thank God. Yeah. You gotta reroll that. Hey. You sure? Then you will just fail. Yeah, but you have three threats, which cancel out that excess, which means you just plain fail. Because there's nothing to add to it. Okay. So you're able to hang on to one of the droids that are magnetically locked to the ship. And they're like, they pick you up and hold on to you while the ship's in the tailspin. You could feel like the constant motion around. You see C4 fighting the thing, and he's crawling down. It's like, somebody pulled the main coolant line. We're in a tailspin, and we're out of hyperspace, and we're about to crash. That's a job that you can totally do. So you're gonna try to make it to the engineering room. Yeah, so you stumble into the engineering room. Oh yeah, they're helping you up, and they're guiding you to the engineering room. And they're having all their guns pointed at that hole where the tentacle comes from. At the by the way. And make an engineering check, my good sir. Or computers check. It would be mechanics, actually. Yeah, mechanics. It would be mechanics. It's a mechanical issue. Would it be computers or mechanics? Yeah. I guess it would be mechanics. Computers is like hacking and stuff, so yeah, you're programming and hacking. We'll do mechanics. You may roll. And you succeed. And you turn off the coolant. It doesn't stop the tailspin. But it does stop the constant pouring of liquid hydrogen into your, surrounding tube. Now I'm gonna roll a piloting check for the piloting droid here. He fails miserably. He got it's a 2 red, 1 purple, and he had 4 yellows. Most of them were fucking blank, and the 2 red were fucking despairs. Both of them. The droid's like cross-eyed. I'm doing my best, sir. Who made that guy a gunner? Who made that guy a pilot? I did, sir. He's my cousin. He's also cross-eyed. We got an asshole droid here, don't we? I'm making a Spaceballs reference, by the way, guys. I'm talking about my viewers here, okay? Basically, okay, the droid, I rolled a piloting check for the droid. Yeah. I rolled the piloting check for the droid. He got 2. I had 2 despairs, and like 3 of his yellows out of 4 were just blanks. Yeah, he's literally an asshole. He's being one the asshole. I did, sir. He's my cousin. Other B1 with the cross-eyed. That is his name, sir. Major Asshole. And him? He's an asshole too, sir. First class Philip is an asshole. How many assholes do we have on this ship? All the droids have, like, raise their heads. But yeah, you're about to crash, and you're still in a tailspin. Okay, everybody on the ship, we must make an athletics check. The one time that Mendo's not in the pilot seat. Tapes himself. And then they unscrewed the seat and they just drag you to your room. Never again. Yeah, fine. When you're sleeping, you just take a chair right next to the co-pilot, like in the co-pilot station. So you're not in the pilot seat then, when you're not here. Oh, I love Spaceballs. One of my favorite movies. The true go sequel to Star Wars. Only if we got a Spaceballs 2, search for more money. Boost die? Yes, I did. You may roll. You roll first, medic. Medit. Okay, now for Mando. Now for Mystic. Oh yeah, Mystic. Everybody is unconscious besides Mystic. Because you crashed. Because we crashed. when Mystic, what are you gonna do with your unconscious period? Yeah, with your non-unconscious period? Okay. You did hear rattling in the tube with the frozen monster thing that might throw out in any moment. These two battle droids are destroyed in the crash. In the crash, yes. When you exit the engine room, you see a large hole ripped open. You got a sealed suit, right? And you see gases are pouring in from this planet. And it's like the hole is like, ripped open and peeled back a bit. So all these gases are pouring in from the planet's surface. You do not know if it's toxic or not, but they are pouring into the ship like clouds. The people on battle droids with you, they are intact. But technically, this is where the opening is, right here, and they got, like, sucked out. Since you were in a different room, they were intact. Does that make sense? So, like, this is basically, this whole area here is gone. Out of the ship. Whole chunk is out of the ship, basically. Yep. And the B2's got, like, out. I said fire warning shot across her nose, not up it. I love that scene. It's one of my favorites. Oh, C4. He's alright. He's made a fucking Beskar, so yeah, he's alright. He runs over and like, alright? Ooh, what's that? He looks at... What's that? I got a canister of napalm, but it's an explosive napalm. I don't want to damage the ship already as it is. Scientist droids, get your asses over here! You're knocked out, yeah. 3 scientist droids come out. These scientist droids are a lot different than you reckon normal B1 design. They got an extra pair of arms and stuff, like out of their backpack and stuff. Like the Warhammer 40k tech priests? Yeah, like that. And they have their heads are different to design. They have like more technical, more technical specs and stuff. They look more like, robotic scientists. And on it, sir. They grab a container and stuff, and they start cutting up breaking off the rock, the frozen parts of it and putting it into a sealed container and stuff for samples until they can close the door, the hatch. Only problem is there are we have to close the hatch on the other side to ignite this napalm, so it gets contained in the cylinder. It is completely masked. There's one huge light sign, but if there is a couple life signs in there, we couldn't tell. We'll just keep chipping. We'll try to keep chipping this away, but we might get to a gooey center and start leeching off of something. So, and eventually, but just bad things keep happening to the ship. This ship has seen some shit. No, it's upstairs. It'll be upstairs for you. It'll be upstairs for you. Okay. Boba, he's in the medical room. He did specialist thing. He's like, I'm perfectly alright. Samples guarded too. He's Boba Fett, what do you expect? No offense, Boba's way more capable than you. Yeah, no offense, it's true. Basically, no. Here's the thing. He got trained He was trained from birth. Keep in mind, he aged at a normal rate, unlike you. So he had way more time with both. You still have accelerated aging, but not as fast as the other clones. Yeah, that's what we agreed upon. You're like in your 40s, basically. Biological age. You'd be like in your 40s as biological age. No, basically biological age we're talking about here. He looks like he's in his 40s, you know what I mean? But you're technically older than him because you existed early. You're still older than him, dude. He just looks like he's 40s. You're technically still older than him. He's like 12? 14, technically? Like, I think he's like 14, technically. $14. Yeah, 14. So he's like 14, man. Maybe like 16. Dude, he looks like Commander Rex. Captain Rex, right. Captain Rex. He looks like Rex, man. Yeah. He looks like Rex, during the battle. Yeah, like don't worry, like Star Wars Rebels. I hate Star Wars Rebels example, but that's the best way because yeah, bad art style, but he looks like what I mean. He doesn't have a beard or anything like Rex, but he looks just like that, age wise. So you go upstairs. So you're on the next level. You go all the way down to the corridors. You notice that no one's in these corridors, but you do find his jetpack right by the hole. Okay. You look down the hole and you notice Meta is like, connected to like this to the table, and Wolf is literally just laying on top of him, his belly showing up. I know, but he's on his back hanging over Meta. And Meta's just, dangling. Okay. Athletics check, my good sir. Don't worry, you get 2 boost dice. Because he has 2 B1s. I'm just doing this so you guys can get the fuck out of there without fucking failing terribly. Okay. Well, he's gonna start doing that because he's gonna start becoming a tank. He's gonna be He's gonna be the unmovable fortress of Solitude. You may roll. Nope, not anymore. It's a custom built now, pretty much. He does have a side one. But now he's more of a tank. You know what I mean? He's going with the commando thing. Basically, the commando is more like this tanky, basically, group guy. Yeah, basically what it is. 3. Yes, you're able to pull out Kiri. Roll another athletics to pull out Mech. Yeah. Okay, you put a rope around him and you start pulling him up, and you're just scratching his pate, dinging his head on the ladder, ding, 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 as you're pulling him up. You notice that his off switch has been turned off, supposedly hit by Kiri when he fell on top of him. Okay. Meta, since you were turned off abruptly, you have a boot off sequence of a minute. Do 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 do. Now loading. Windows XP. Windows XP had update 500 years ago. Now downloading update. Wait, don't I have the error sound? Hold on. Oh fuck! The whole time they could not hear you. The whole session. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't notice. I'm sorry.
Facepalm.
I thought I had everything on there. Fuck hell. If you guys don't know, I'm sorry again. Basically, they fell into a hole. Stuff happened. Power of magic. Sorry. I feel stupid.
Pain.
Let's just say we got our ass kicked.
Yeah.
In the medic is here to save the day.
Oh. Okay, so he's booting up. You could do a medical check on Curie.
But the door is shut, right?
Door is shut, yes.
Okay, and C4 knows that it's shut, right?
You tell him? Yeah, the droids are connected. He knows they're shut. You hear a big down from the hatch as a large ape palm goes through.
Okay.
And he says, "It's all cleared. We opened the hatch. It's nothing but ash. I'm sending some droids up that way to make sure we get all of the sludge."
Well, there are 2 B1s down up here anyway, so. Yeah. Alright, so medical check on Kiri to wake him up or some stuff.
Yep.
And give him back his jetpack.
At this
Yeah,
point,
remember.
a whole cloud is currently in the ship. So there's like a whole like hazy, dusty fog, purpley dusty fog in the
I
ship.
don't like that. Anyways, roll.
Yes.
Hey.
Freaking.
Woke him up.
He's more than woken up. He's freaking gonna wake up refreshed.
He basically, what he does, punches you, wakes you up. Like, oh my god, what is it?
No, come on.
No,
Don't
he
do
tries
that.
he tries to punch me, and I literally, it's like the sixth sense kicks in, and I jump up.
Yeah,
No,
basically.
he needs to get up like that one WWE meme where a guy just sits up from a coffin.
Or you have like 5 stim packs, you stab into his leg, like.
I like he just gets up.
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine this is how he wakes Kiri up. Hey, Kiri, there's a million credits waiting for you.
Credits? Where?
There's a game of Sabak.
Game of Sabak, that's right, he's addicted to Sabak.
I am not addicted to Sabak.
We all agreed that you're addicted to Sabak, so you're addicted to Sabak. That's what all people who are addicted say. I'm not addicted.
The joke has pretty much worn out. Welcome.
Too bad.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is, but it's hilariously that everybody thinks it.
Right.
Anyways, I hand him back his jetpack.
Basically, it's like there's a game of Sabak. He just grumbles like, I swear that would work. There's a bunch of credits. Credits, where? There we go.
Credits? The credits.
Everybody thinks he's addicted, but he's actually not.
He likes money more.
Like money more?
Why'd you do the things you do? Money.
But he also is
Money.
looking for that waifu.
Money. Money, money, money.
He needs all the money so he can build himself a waifu.
No, I wake him up by saying there's an elf girl.
More money for your waifu.
There's credits and an elf girl.
Kiri awake by this point.
Yeah, he's awake.
And I gave him his jetpack back.
Carrie, you do not know your jetpack is damaged. You have to examine it, by the way. So you're going to need to do a passive perception to see even you notice if it's damaged.
Okay.
You may roll your perception.
Damn.
Okay, you succeed. You notice that one of your thrusters is out of line, and it's going to take a bit to repair. But you also notice that there's a purple fog in the ship now.
What happened during the time when I was unconscious?
He asked what happened during the time I was unconscious.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, ship kind of crashed. We lost 2 droids. Had to turn the coolant off. And now C4's going to put napalm on that freaking abomination.
He already did a bomb on the abomination in its ash now.
By now, yeah.
One of the B1s correct him.
And you... Is it one of those asshole droids?
Yes.
No. These are the combat droids. The red droids are technically one of the asshole droids. He just fucking failed badly, you know what I mean? He could not compute.
And I guess we have
Failed his first date.
Could not compute. Error! Error! Error!
Alright, we get it. Am I awake by this point?
Yes, your booting is done.
Oh, hey, Scar. Gary?
Hey.
Don't tell me. Wait, did... Ah, good. At least it seems your faux breathing option is still on.
You know what else is on? Then begins a slow clap. That is still on.
Wait, I thought that was turned off in the last update. Finally,
The crappy pun option is still on.
The craft option is always
Oh, I
on.
said the slow clap.
Still on.
Ah, good. It does see. Ah, good. The sarcasm unit is fully operational as well.
Up.
Sarcasm unit.
Alright, well, we're somewhere else on a different planet, and we're kind of stuck here for a while.
Wait, hold on. Do the rest of the crew know that the monster was frozen?
Oh yeah, they found it. They A-bombed it. One of the droids explained.
Oh. Well, at least we know what to slow this thing down with.
Unless you want an big explosion that burnt half our systems, half a couple wiring and the coolant lines in that thing. Yeah, that's a great big thing. It's a giant 8-bomb explosion.
I meant freezing the thing. Anyway, I better get there to help with the repairs.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Wait, what planet are we on?
How would I know?
All right, Carrie, let's head to the cockpit.
Oh, I tuned myself into that.
As you guys head to the cockpit, you notice that the cockpit is gone.
On?
Just
Gone.
the door opens and nothing's there.
It's gone?
It's 5 feet forward towards you as it's been torn off from the ship.
Wait, hang on. I'm just gonna turn to Scar and just look at him. He yells like that meme. It's like, Scar, where's the cockpit?
I wasn't flying this thing. I was making sure you guys were okay.
Where is the cockpit, Scar?
B1 points. 5 meters over there.
It's like literally that Drake. It's like that literally like Drake and Josh meme where it's just
Yeah.
Josh.
Hey.
Gonna cut it with a power saw.
Hey. There's the dough hole. Right over there. See, I drew it with a magic marker. Supposed to cut it with a power saw. Gonna. Oh, really? Yes. So go get the power saw. Yeah, I will.
Fine, I will.
See what the problem. Oh, do ya?
I see what the problem is. Oh. Anyway, there's your problem.
There's your problem.
But yeah,
Okay,
it's intact. It's completely intact, but it's been torn off the ship.
Oh no, T0B, and he only has one security droid with him.
T0B managed to get out of the cockpit before.
Poor guy.
Got out of the cockpit. He's like, I'm out of here. That be one that's cross-eyed. He comes out of the captain's office like, what? I was catching up on some paperwork and all this happened.
Paperwork. For F in the chat, T0B had to do paperwork.
All right, let's go over to what remains of the cockpit and
Yeah,
find
let's
out
all
where
go
we
together
are.
As you
team.
guys are exiting the...
What remains of the ship?
What remains of the ship, you notice that this planet is nothing but darkness. A purple foggy haze is blocking out the sun.
Darkness.
There are glowing mushrooms, but that's about it for illumination.
Oh man, we're going to make some drugs with this.
All right. Let's grab a couple of mushrooms and make a light source out of it.
Damn, Mac, you didn't tell me you were visiting your home planet.
I know, that's where I met your mother.
Ooh.
Joke's on you. I'm adopted.
Joke's on you. I'm adopted. Doesn't mean you met your mother.
Which mother?
And then Kira just slowly starts to cry.
No, the joke is, which one are you talking about?
Which one?
All of them.
Both. You got him in the bed at the same time.
Oh, really? Because one of them was actually invalid.
Anyway.
Oh, God. So this is what the inside of your asshole looks like.
It's dark
I
in
thought-
here.
So as you guys are exiting towards on the planet surface, you guys are correcting the mushroom from lighting. The repair droids are running around, looking at the damage. They're like, well, most of the ship is intact. We got some major hull damage. The engines are intact. Weapon systems completely fried. The cockpit, yeah, it's over there. But we may be able to slave something into the engine room and fly it back. But we won't have an atmosphere for a couple days.
Shocker.
But that means so your suits won't hold out, but since you only have a couple hours of air. But good news, this planet's atmosphere is not toxic. It has oxygen.
That doesn't mean it's not breathable, you know.
What is this purple stuff?
Because clearly speaking, just because it's not toxic doesn't mean it's not breathable.
Wait a minute.
Well, the sensors on the science droid saying it's breathable enough. It's not to be pleasant, but it's breathable.
I mean, it smells bad.
Yeah.
So
What is this
it's
purple
breathable,
stuff?
but it just smells awful, is what you're saying.
Well, it smells like it's breathable, but it smells like my asshole.
Basically.
Yes.
After I had all those items inserted to me. Again. It's just like I still have a computer connection up there, just in case.
So we can take the ship back and fly back to the station and get another transport ship back here in a couple days. After we slaved everything together. You can use the cockpit as shelter until we get back.
But I just kind of want to figure out where the hell we are.
Our navigation system's currently offline, but I'll start fixing things. And the droid,
I can get them back.
And the science
give
droid
them-
just goes off, starts fixing things.
And you know what? I can just get to work on the navigation system. Come on, guys, let's go.
Yep.
Man, this is a weird planet.
I wonder what it's on here though.
As you guys are repairing the ship, eventually Meta was able to get the navigation systems on. You are currently at an unowned planet right on the edge of Hut space. Technically, it's not a planet. It's an it's like a small, like, rogue planet.
So
Small-
dwarf.
It's a rogue planet.
It's a rogue planet.
What do you think we call Pluto?
No, rogue planets are basically planets that don't orbit anything. It's a planet just, chilling out in space. It doesn't orbit shit. Just moving on its own. It's right on the edge of Hut space and close to the board of space. I put a circle right by it.
So, wait, if we're near out of space, we could probably have one of them come pick us up.
It's still gonna take a while.
It's still gonna take a while.
Besides, we don't know if it'll take less time or more time to get here.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
We don't have to guarantee that anyone's gonna be listening for a signal as well. We may end up having to wait longer for them to get here.
Also the atmosphere is blocking signals from the surface, but you are able. If you get off the ship off the ground, you are able to get a signal out.
Hey, on the bright side, at least we got a little secret planet here we can use.
It is a rogue planet, so it's constantly moving.
What
Oh,
we could
yeah.
do is
Coordinates will
put-
be off after a certain amount of time. Even the coordinates will be off.
Oh, damn.
Why don't you mark its trajectory? You won't. You won't be able to find it again
We could put
by just
engines
calculating.
on it.
By do simple math.
Just turn the planet into a giant ship. That's what
The
we'll
thing is,
do.
there are still some unknown variables.
No.
Yeah, that is true, and we don't know what
The thing is,
life.
we're also not accounting for one other thing: dimension. Oh, so we calculate that just moves in one direction. But what if instead, what if due to some unknown circumstance, it were to shift direction?
That would take probably trillions of years.
All right, you know what? Just focus on getting off of this planet. See where we can.
And taking the some fauna with us so we can grow it.
Okay, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Completely
Aw.
fine adding it here.
Yeah,
It's a good spot. That's what I'm trying to
it's a
say.
good spot to end.
Okay, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and check out my other content. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
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 Okay, well.